Hi everyone, welcome to Embellishments on the 11th. I'm the host for your collaboration, and this month we have a new participant in Fran Glinsky. If you're familiar with her channel, she's a wonderful crafter. And we had two other people join in the last few months, so be sure to check out the links down below. If the links don't work, just type that @ sign into your search bar and it will take you to their channels, okay? So anyway, every month we just make however many embellishments we want, and whatever theme we want. So this month I was gonna do something different. I pulled out one of my fall bins. I didn't even open it though, because I have all these paper pumpkin kits sitting on two different shelves. And this one in particular was called Hello Pumpkin from September 2020. And this is what it made, but I did alternates for it. I might have made one each of these, but I don't need goodies. I don't have young children, and even my grandchildren now. One's in her junior year of college this year, and the other one is in 6th grade. And she still does it, but Halloween, but it's starting to be not a big thing, and the neighbors around here have grandkids and stuff, and mean neighbor next door has two little ones, but they don't really come around. I guess all the schools now pretty much have like Halloween. I know my granddaughter's has trunk or treat. So the kids don't really walk around here, and it's a cul-de-sac, so there's not that many people anyway. So anyway, I brought this out because look at all these pieces I have left. And I went back and looked, and I on my alternate video from that time frame, I even said I have a ton of stuff left. Like for example, I have these left, and I pulled some of them out to use, but I also pulled out, I have these, this was a stencil paper, not, yeah, no, this was an embossing folder I had done. I have that sitting here. I had these two already cut pieces of paper. Those were Stampin' Up. And then this actually is the front of a little paper card that somebody sent me. I don't know, it's been a while because I haven't heard from this person in a while. So, and then I also pulled out these papers. These are out of that Hobby Lobby Four Seasons paper pad. I think there's 5 of them, but I might have put one back. I don't know. Or they're stuck together. Anyway, these 4 fall papers. And I have like 3 or 4 sheets of each of these still. So I need to use this stuff and get, try and use it up. And that doesn't even account for other fall stuff I have. So there will be more fall coming. And I'm sure I won't get through all of this today. I don't know why. This is basic beige, which actually goes with the colors. I think this is Mossy Meadow, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, and this was Cinnamon Cider, which I still have some of if I need it. And then all these little swirly cues. There's flowers, there's leaves, only a few hats and black cats left because I did use a lot of them on what I did in my alternates before, and black flowers. And less black swirlies as well, and then but tons of these little pumpkins and these larger ones, and there is a stamp set. And I don't think I used this witch hat with the pumpkin on it, so maybe I'll try to. I don't know. I'm a little short on time, of course, this month. So, and then of course I pulled out some of these that were already cut and some that weren't. And they're all the same, but on the back of these orange striped ones is this, so I can use either or, and I believe that color is crushed curry and that's pumpkin pie. So let me get started. Oh, and then I have a few things I pulled out from a different paper pumpkin box. These came out of the Gift of Fall, which is, it's really heavy, but this was these gift cards was an add-on, I think. Yeah, gift of fall add-on. Look, I had some, and I also have a whole other pack, but there were these in there, and there's another sheet of them. I don't know if I had two of these boxes. I really don't know. It looks like I used most of one. Oh no, there's a bunch of stuff in here still, but these were in there, and I'm gonna maybe incorporate some of that as well. So we shall, and I have this orange ribbon from my stash. This was on clearance at Walmart at one point for 75 cents, and it's bright orange. And then I have these twines from Dollar Tree. So I probably use more of them actually, and I'm pretty sure I have a black and white twine too. So that is my starting point, and oh, and if I don't know how much Halloween I'll get done, but if I get to Halloween, I have these papers also out of that same paper pad. I need to do something with this stuff and use up some of this stuff. I don't know. I just am beyond beyond help at this point, I think. Anyway, let me get started. I'll come back with finished items, and I'll see you pretty soon. Okay, everyone, I am back, and let me show you. I still have that much. They weren't Jolie's. These were out of the paper pumpkin. I finished these sparkly pumpkins and leaves. I had 5 left. Those were Jolie's Boutiques. I put all my paper pumpkin stuff in there, and then I put it inside a bigger bag too because that one wouldn't close right and they're already falling out. So anyway, oops, I have to put it this way. Yeah, I have all that left still. Plus, I pulled in some things from a pocket letter, some washi tape on some of them, these shiny, I guess that's called table scatter. I don't know. I don't use table scatter at home. And I still have a hair and and some sequins left there. Let me get them off the table. And 2 wooden pieces that were also in a pocket letter. All of those are going to go not in the paper pumpkin kit anymore, but somewhere. This was in my stash from some kind of collection, just some fall words I used some of. I used some of these towards the end, matte decorative dots that are retired. I think I only used one of these, and most of the time I use sequins instead for the rest. So you can see what I've done. I made some, I think these papers were cut to 2 1/4, and I had to cut them down on these ones to 2 1/8 all around. And then these are from the paper pumpkin kit. I backed the thin paper onto those so it has a nice border and it makes them sturdier. They'd be all right for making little 3x3 cards or for in a journal as like a tuck spot. And I might use some of these in, I made a gratitude journal out of a composition book probably 2 or 3 or so years ago now, and I never used it, so I still have that. And maybe fall is my favorite season, fall into winter, and then when it gets too wintry, but anyway, so yeah, I might actually use these in a journal, although with these on, it's pretty thick. These I did the same way, different paper, and let me tell you, I barely touched the surface of those 4 sheets of paper. I mean, I used one, I think I cut it to 2.5 inch and then cut it down. So I used one of each of those. I didn't even use this, or oh, I could have cut some of those words out. Oh well, hindsight's 2020. So I still have all that paper. Yeah, from making these. And I was so these I used part of the paper pumpkin as the backing. It's orange on one side and that Cajun craze on the other. These I was using scraps off my desk of this one I think is basic. No, this one, these 3 are crumb cake, and this one is basic beige because I didn't have I did that one first, and then I didn't have enough basic beige out, and I didn't want to cut into a new sheet. So I was using stuff. I have little bins to my right over here. I was using things out of that. The washi tape from the pocket letter I had received, and forgive me, I don't know who sent it to me anymore. It's been so long. These pieces here were from a card. Bambi Olson was who sent me that. I cut the front of the card off, which looked like she had stamped it or something on paper, but it was paper. So I backed that on another scrap of, I think this is cinnamon cider. Yeah, it's not pecan pie. And then these were in the pocket letter too, the table scatter. So, oh, and this is part of the back, and it had a scalloped part. So I just put that at the top of the tag, make it a little sturdier, and that could also be a little writing spot or tuck spot in a journal as well. And on these, I used this linen thread out of a different paper pumpkin kit. So I'm using what I have, but I'm not finishing stuff. It'll take me forever. Um, Also, by the way, I'll be doing more fall because I believe the last paper pumpkin kit of my 6-month subscription is coming this month, and it is something to do with fall. Okay, these 4, 5, 6, these 6 were from a card front I had. What did I do? I had no, embossed, and then went over it with inks. So these 2 are backed on scraps from Pear Pizzazz. These 2 are not backed at all yet. And then this is Retired Stampin' Up! Mossy Meadow, braided linen trim. I love their braided linen trim. It's one of my favorite. It ties nice. It stays put. It's not too shiny that it. I like the matte. And then I did use some of the paper pumpkin pieces and some of those matte dots that I had in different colors. Oh, and these are a different color on the other side. I think green, but I wanted blue because there's a little bit of blue in here. And so I flipped them over and I colored them with this Stampin' Blend Azure Afternoon, which is a current color. I haven't used it much yet. And the funny thing is I should have used the other side because after I colored it blue on here, the yellow had turned partly green and stayed yellow, or maybe it was green and it turned partly, I don't know. I can't remember, but anyway, the other side is really like two-tone now. So I might do that with some other leaves again and use them on something. And then I just put a bunch of dots around. This one I, of course, cut wrong, and so I had to keep trimming it down where this one's a little more even. It's still a little lopsided. Oh well. I feel like I'm losing my throat. These wood pieces were in the pocket letter. I have 2 pieces left. Here I use baker's twine. And this was a falling leaves kind of, so here you can see more of the leaves, and the blue part didn't have much embossing on it. And then this is a scrap I had on my desk from a totally different collection. This actually is flowers on here with greenery. This was from, I think, Vintage Spring or something like that by Simple Stories, but I had a little piece, 2 little pieces of the embossed, and here I started using the words on this one, Autumn Splendor. I used 2 of the loopy things and 3 different color leaves, one of the matte dots, and some twine. And this was a scrap on my desk, which I glued down on top the blue and then just layered up some of the little things. I didn't put anything on that. I guess that could be a little tuck spot in a journal too. This part of this Hello Pumpkin with the little flower was already put together. I put a piece of this paper on top of a scrap of basic beige left over from cutting this down. And then I just put one of the pumpkins on there, the glittery ones, and a sequin. Hello pumpkin. And then this one, it says, the leaves are falling and my coffee is calling, which is actually only lukewarm now. Anyway, orange twine. Oh, I forgot to tell you about these. In quite a few of these, I have little glimpses of gold. 3 there, plus this one. Those, I remembered about partway through, are gold holly leaves, but they sort of look like oak leaves too. Anyway, they were from 2022. And I keep forgetting I have them, so I use some of them just to add some sparkle. I have to get my glue and glue that down better. And I just used one of the flowers that already had a leaf on it, and this is the one place I used one of those yellow shinier gems. It's like a drop. It's kind of elevated. And then I used the orange twine. And that's on crumb cake. And that's it. That's what I made. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 little embellishments I need to do something with. But I think most of them will be going in a composition book gratitude journal for this season. And I'll try and get using that. All right, guys. I hope you check everyone else out that is in the collaboration and see what wonderful things they've made. I have so much stuff for fall that there's no way if I started working on it in January, I wouldn't use it all up. It's really pathetic. And so I keep saying I'm going to be doing D-stashes, but I keep running out of time. But I am doing a flea market this coming Saturday, I believe, weather permitting, and it's free to set up. It's a little bit of a drive for me, but I'm aiming towards that. All right. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful week and weekend. Bye for now.